So now it's
I love Jack Sills.
now it's
You can
recording.
come back to the last video that I watched that you made.
No. I think it's gonna be better than that. I changed it. I fixed it, I think.
That's the second time this year our video is terrible.
Yeah, I probably.
The first one, that's the first one I seen.
Okay. Y'all, things happen. Alright, the first type of problem, we've got to just find the missing side. That is the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So, can you see the writing if you do that, like when you record?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's a screen record, so whatever's on my computer screen will be there.
Oh, okay.
She
Yeah.
watched the video.
That's what I was like, she's never watching.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright, so 5 and 12 are your A and B because the C is always the longest side. So I'm just going to put 5 squared and 12 squared equals C squared. What is 5 squared?
25.
And what's 12 squared?
144.
And that equals C squared. And what does that add up to?
169.
That is C squared. What are we looking for?
Square root is 169.
Just C. So you square root that. You would square root it.
13.
And C is 13.
I just picked 13 because it's a little bit longer than 12.
I just remember the time.
It's a 5, 12, 13. If it was 3, 4, then the other one would be a 5, 3, 4, 5. Those are Pythagorean triples. If you know them, that's good. Because you could have just gotten that answer without doing anything. Okay, are we good with number 1? I guess our goal today is to get through, I don't know, 15 or 20 of these.
Hey.
You might could start your test tomorrow if you felt confident. Okay, or not.
She
Okay.
wants us to start it so bad.
No, sorry, I don't. I just was saying. All right, now we're going to start SOHCAHTOA. All right? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. And so some of y'all are struggling with what's opposite and what's adjacent. We'll go over that. So here's 60 degrees. That's the angle I'm starting with. So this is opposite. And what's the other number y'all want to choose? 18, and that is the hypotenuse. So which one uses opposite and hypotenuse? Sine.
So could you use tangent?
No, because that's, actually opposite over adjacent. You could use tangent.
How do you know which one's the hypotenuse?
The one that's across from the 90-degree angle. Okay. So sine of 60
Could you use
equals
cosine?
no.
Why?
Because cosine would be adjacent over hypotenuse, and it doesn't give us anything to solve for. That would just be like 9 over 18. Okay? Now, what would you do to solve for x?
You would.
You just do.
What's over there with the x?
60 times.
It's divided by 18, so we multiply by 18. And you just put that in your calculator. Now, here's the thing. Your calculator gives you a decimal. Can somebody tell me that decimal?
I don't
It's
remember.
like 15 point.
15 point something, okay? So we'll put that. Now, do any of those numbers look like 15 point something? So why don't you what's 18 square root of 3? Right, it's not 15 point something. What is 9 square root of 3?
15 words.
It's 15 point something, okay? So that's why that's your answer. I love how I'm so exact on this. Yes,
So
no?
exact.
Yeah. So exact.
It's hot here.
It is warm. I have the door open. Who keeps closing my door?
This Carter.
Go kick that down. You're going to go kick that air on about 45.
I don't want to turn the air on. It's not.
Just open the window.
Yeah, we're going to open about 40.
Okay. Number 3. If you can open the window, as long as you will close the window.
It's hot outside. Hang on, hold on.
Remember the time Kate on over? Is that in here?
Okay.
Oh, think over there. It's all room. The elevator's open.
There's no wind blowing outside. It's hot outside.
All right. Number 3. How do you find the missing angle? This one has a little trick to it. Yes, the inverse. You would type in your calculator
Second.
tangent inverse of 43 because you're basically moving that tangent over here. And what is that? It is A. 88.67 degrees. Okay, moving along. Look, I feel air. It feels cooler already.
Yeah.
So did we get A, B, A? Those are our answers so far. Number 4. Now we're doing trig ratios. They don't want us to find an answer. They just want us to do opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent, and all that. So it says the sine of A. That means I'm going to start right here at angle A. The sine is...
Doesn't that stink?
It's just hot in man. How about I take this one?
The sine is what? Opposite over hypotenuse, which is what?
3 over 5.
3 over 5. The sine of A is 3 over 5 so far. Does everybody get that? Especially y'all weren't here, so make sure y'all get that. Then the cosine of A is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse, which is what? 4 over 5. So that means our answer is C.
Yeah.
Everybody okay with that? Why are you laughing?
That sounds obnoxious.
I'll be mad if this man will turn that on.
Yeah, why don't you turn the air on?
Yeah.
Make it a lot easier.
Okay, fine. Shut the window and I'll turn the air on.
Yeah. She's.
I mean, I was just trying to make it free.
I feel like she pays the bill.
She won't make it
She
free.
probably does.
We do. We all do with a tuition. Okay.
But
It's
when
cold
she
as
runs
fuck.
there-
My tuition gonna be higher just because she runs there.
Okay, y'all hush. All right. Now, this one, use a trig ratio and find x. So is it sine, cosine, or tangent? If we start right here, sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse.
It'd be tangent.
It's going to have to be the tangent. So I would write the tangent of 60 equals opposite over adjacent. Does everybody understand that? How do you solve for x though? This one we don't multiply
You
by
divide
7.
it.
You switch them. Yeah, you switch and you'll write x over here and tangent of 60 over here. So if I divide that, what does it give us?
4.
Number 5. Yep, and that's C. So 4 was C and 5 is C.
Wait, I got. Oh, because it's 4.0.
Yeah. So looking at your answer choices, it's 4. I think it was cooler in here with the door open.
This one, do you do the same? Do you have to find?
I'm just saying.
So this one, you also do tangent, right? Opposite over.
This
8.9
one,
over x.
yep, it looks like tangent. Okay, Ryder, are you understanding why it's tangent? Okay, start right here. What is sine? If you were doing sine, what are the next letters? OH, SOHCAHTOA. So sine is what? Opposite over hypotenuse. That's not, there's a blank space here. That's not what I need. What is cosine?
Opposite over adjacent.
No, that's tangent.
Adjacent over opposite.
Adjacent over hypotenuse is cosine. It's not what we need. There's nothing there for hypotenuse. So the last thing is to try tangent. What's tangent, Ryder?
Opposite over adjacent.
There you go. Do I have the opposite and the adjacent?
Yes.
Do you know what that even means? Okay, opposite is what's across from it.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Adjacent is what's next to it. So the tangent of 55 is the opposite over adjacent. How do you solve for x? Same thing I did on the last one. When the x is in the denominator, you switch them. So it's 8.9 over the tangent of 55. And if you type that in your calculator, and it is
8.9.
8.9 divided by the tangent of 55.
6.2318479. So 6.2.
It is 6.2. That answer is A. All right, let's keep going. This one is another one of SOHCAHTOA. See, there's a lot of these. I just don't think I'll put quite that many on there. Okay? This one, it's opposite and hypotenuse. So what is that? Sine. Did you know that? So we would say the sine of that angle equals opposite over hypotenuse. And what do you do in the variables on the bottom again?
Switching.
Switching. 18 divided by the sine of 38.
How do you? Okay.
Huh?
How do you do it when it's on the top? Like,
You just multiply. If it was x over 18, you just would have multiplied by 18. So you either
18
multiply,
times. So
you've
say,
done 18 times sine of 38.
okay.
You either multiply or you switch it. So divide. So what is 18 divided by the sine of 38?
I'll get it.
29.2.
Never mind.
29.2. So make sure you get that. And that is D. Let me check our work. 8. I meant 7 is D. Huh?
Oh, yeah, I know.
All right. This one, y'all, we're not here for. All right. A periodic function means it does the same thing. All right. It's the same numbers. It repeats itself over and over. A periodic function would look like this. See how it's like it's doing the same thing over and over again? Yeah? Alright, another example of a periodic function, ignore the hairs for now, would be like this. See how it's going to the same numbers every time? Okay, is this a periodic function?
No.
No, it never comes back down to the number. It doesn't repeat itself. So that one is just not periodic. So 8 is D. I hope we haven't. Yeah, here's another one.
We can use our stuff on the test, right?
What's up?
No.
Stay there.
Our units are for no.
Oh, yeah. Are y'all cold?
No.
Or
Pretty tough.
a couple more minutes. All right. The screen shows a graph of a sound recorded. All right. And it says, what are the period and the amplitude? This one is a periodic function. See how it keeps coming back to the same point? So the period of the function means when does it repeat itself? So boys, y'all watch this because y'all weren't here for this. It goes up and then it goes down. And where does it repeat itself?
Right there.
Right there. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Like that's where it's going to start over. So what number is that at?
8.9.
Or 0.09. 0.09. So that is the period of the function. Are we okay with that? Whenever it repeats itself, that right there. 0.09. So it's either this one or it's this one. Now we got to find the second thing.
It's at
It
6.
says, what's the amplitude? The amplitude, what?
How high it goes.
What'd you say? It's
Is
C?
it C?
How'd you get that?
Because that line on the down the way. Is that seconds? That ain't seconds. Okay, my fault.
Okay, but these both say seconds. The amplitude is either 3 or it's 1.5.
1.5.
It goes from the middle up or the middle down. That is your amplitude. So how high is it going? From the middle up to here
12.5.
is 1.5. That's the amplitude. The amplitude is not the whole thing. It's just from the middle up and the middle down. Or they call it a midpoint. Okay? So that's why it's D.
So you wouldn't add it like. So
It's not 3. The amplitude is just from, find the middle of your graph.
you go up.
What's the distance that it goes from the middle of the graph? 1.5. Okay. Now, number 10.
Turn that dang arrow off.
I'll turn it back on in a minute. Number 10, it just wants to know the measure of this entire angle. From here all the way to here. Well, they tell us this little piece right here is what? 45. What's this piece? 90. So what's the whole thing?
45, 45,
90 plus 45. The whole thing would be 90 and 45. Okay, which is what? What'd y'all say? 135? Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's about that 45.
Yeah, we did learn about 45, 45, 90 triangle. It's just, that's not what I was looking for on that one. All right, number 11 is the same thing. All right, on this one, y'all, they tell us this little piece is 20. And what do you know about from here to here?
180.
It's 180. So what's the whole thing? 200.
Wait, it goes 90, 180,
270. This would be 270. And that would be all the way around to 360.
That's time to go.
Is it? Shut up. What time is it?
What time is it? It's time to go. Oh.
It's time for lunch.
Miss Man, I saw the
What?
autistic
I
girl
thought
when
that
they talked
was
about
just-
that one. I said, it's awesome.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear this. Wait, what'd you say? I was
You're
talking.
not telling me you're talking about- I said, no, that's her. It's her. She actually good.
Oh, yeah.
We saw her on TikTok.
Wait,
Maddox
what
maybe
did you
that's
say?
Okay, are y'all talking about people on my video? Please quit talking about people. Please quit talking about people on my video. Y'all gonna mess up my video. Okay, 345 degrees. Where is about 345 degrees?
Like a little bit.
So-
Like this?
Before the 360.
Somewhere before
Like
the
a little
360.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know this goes to 270. Where, how far is it from about 360?
halfway almost.
Oh, more than half.
A little bit more.
So I'd say like maybe right here.
You're.
Oh, we need to draw a line right there too.
So that's-
I did do that.
That is 345 degrees-ish. Oh, and I'll label that. That's what I'm gonna be looking for. Okay? Draw the little circle thing, like Pac-Man basically. Right? And a little line.
How many did you say we're doing today? 15?
I don't know. Or do you just wanna keep going and then see if you wanna start your test tomorrow?
Definitely not gonna do my test tomorrow.
I mean, I know y'all might not, but some of them may wanna go ahead and get it over with and start their project. But y'all could just sit back there and study.
Oh, so you're just gonna leave me behind?
No.
Yes.
No child left behind.
Okay, I've been left behind.
That's a good thing for a teacher to say.
That's what old George Bush said.
George Bush?
Wasn't that him?
You're talking about 9/11?
George W. Bush.
No child left behind.
No child left behind in education. I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah, they don't need them.
All right, the next one.
Our teachers will work on
C.
I'm looking up the whole George Bush thing.
D. Huh?
Oh.
D.
All right, this one. Oh yeah, y'all can do. Remember, it goes.
Like
Backwards.
opposite.
That was done in.
Numerical form.
2005.
I think it was Bush. President George W. Bush signs the No Child Left Behind Act on January 8th, 2002.
Well, you're leaving me behind right now. And him.
But, well, that's because y'all missed.
Oh.
Well, George W. Bush said no child left behind.
I don't care what he said. Okay. Anyway.
No, George W. Bush came in here and said that word, you said.
She'd be like, oh my God.
I can't believe I pretended. Right. Okay, negative 235 degrees. It's gonna go backwards because it's negative, right? Y'all, this is not even right. It has to start right there, okay? So that can't even happen. That's weird. All right, so this one is actually a positive 235 degrees, and that's probably, that looks like 45 degrees, negative 45 degrees. So does everybody understand why it's D?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Are we sure?
I understand.
Okay, well, y'all are the ones that, we've actually gone through this a couple times. So I wanna make sure that y'all are good.
On number 14, you just subtract 59 from 36 from 360.
Well, let's see, it says you start at negative 59. Coterminal means you are either gonna add 360 or subtract 360. So they want an angle, start at negative 59, and let's do what? Add 360 to try and get a positive answer. So what is negative 59 plus 360?
301.
Okay, well, there y'all go.
So,
That would be your answer.
Okay.
What if it asked for a negative angle? You would have started at negative 59 and subtracted 360, and you would have gotten a negative angle. So when it says coterminal, you either add or you subtract. If you add it and you don't,
do you know when you want it to be positive and a negative?
Because
between
this one's between 0 and 360. So to get up above 0, what did I have to do? I had to add 360.
Okay.
All right, y'all, the next one, find the exact value of the sine of 120. How would you do that? You cannot do it on your calculator because that is an estimated. Yeah, you'll look at your table or your unit
Do you have
circle.
my unit circle?
Yeah, do you have our tables on?
I thought I handed everything back, but y'all might not have been here. You may not have been here that day either.
Yeah, you only get it back to the 4 of us.
Will. Oh. There you go. Here's your whole packet. Rider. Oops, sorry.
You cut me.
I know, I'm sorry. You're welcome. Alright, now, what's the sign of 120 degrees?
A.
It is square root of 3 over 2. So do y'all know how to find that on your
On my chart.
table or your unit circle? Either one works fine. You would go to 120 degrees and go over to the sign column, and it's going to tell you.
How you doing on your calculator?
What did you get?
What
What did you get, Georgia?
A.
I got
A too.
I got a.
Yeah, we all got A.
What'd you get?
B. I got B.
Did you get?
What'd you get?
You put it on your calculator?
That's a negative.
Yeah, I don't know why they got. They did get B. Let me see your table.
I got B.
No, y'all, did y'all really? Y'all are just saying that because they did. You know, sometimes they get it wrong. The sign, it should be positive. It should be A. Something happened on
I
that.
got A.
I did do that actually.
I'm gonna double check.
I was told.
The sign value of 120 degrees. Yeah, it is definitely positive. I don't know why they got that, but yeah. So 15 is A. Let me write that on here. A.
Well, I get you a little calculator.
Because that wouldn't give you an exact. Type it in your calculator. Type in the sign of 120. It's going to give you a decimal. And look, do we see any decimals? No, that's why. An exact value won't be a decimal.
Are we stopping?
Oh, y'all don't want to just like keep moving along?
Why did
It's my first day back.
The font looks so weird on the back.
First day out. After Michigan State.
Our team ruined that this year.
There's 29 questions and we're on 15. Okay, I mean, I guess why don't y'all, these are actually so much easier. Boys, these are so much easier. Why don't we just go through it and then we'll go through it again tomorrow?
I said I wanted.
Wait,
You did?
what time do we get out of school?
I don't know. At 4, it's, no, we get out in 10 minutes. Y'all don't want to have all the answers?
I do.
You're just
Can we
saying
finish
that.
this page out?
And if we finish it right now.
At least the page. At least.
Sure.
All right. Number 17. Find the period of the function.
So we didn't
Oh.
do number 6.
We didn't. I'm sorry. Find the exact value of the cosine of 300.
See,
So they did get B that time. That's correct.
Oh, they're so smart.
All right. 17. Sorry, I thought we did 16. Where does it repeat? That's the period of the function. So it starts at the bottom, it goes up and back down.
I just counted the squares.
What number is that at?
3.
3. Yeah.
If I just counted the squares, can you do that too?
Yeah, well, I basically just go 1, 2, 3.
Wait, did
Four,
it say
five.
what you said?
You start at the bottom. Since this is where it's starting from, when does it come back and repeat itself? Right here. So I just counted over 1, 2, 3. So that's how you know that the answer is D on 17. Number 18.
I didn't understand these.
Yeah, this one, 18 is probably the, I don't know, it's a little bit more difficult.
I thought you said it was easy.
They aren't bad. They aren't. You just pick a number and start at it, and you either add 360 or subtract 360. So let's just start with the smallest number. What's the smallest number up there?
81.
Negative 99. So I would start at negative 99, and then to find something coterminal, you add 360. What is that? 261. So I would mark off, I know these two are coterminal. Then what would you do again? Add 360 again.
Oh.
And what is that? 621, which is that one. So which one was not coterminal? 81. Okay.
Wait. Okay.
So, or I
So
was,
if it doesn't add up to the other answers,
yeah, if you just add to 360 or add 360, or I could have started at my biggest number and then done what?
Okay.
Subtract 360. Whichever answer didn't line up with those, that's the one that wasn't coterminal. Because coterminal means you can add 360 to get to that other answer or subtract it.
sign.
All right, this one's super easy. find the sine of 330.
Is that how you spell it?
No, yeah.
What?
Oh.
They abbreviate sine, cosine.
I thought it was SIN.
No, it's just they only stop at the third letter. Just like cosine is COS, but it's really COSINE. Cosecant is, they do CSC, and it's really COSECANT.
How do you find the answer on that?
Okay, just type in your calculator sine of 330. Enter. Tell me what they give you.
D.
Negative
Yeah.
0.5. Okay. So 19 is D. All right. 20. How would you find that one?
Same thing.
Same thing. The cosine of 180. And what is that? Negative 1. There you go. How do you find radians from degree?
I have it written down, but I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You either multiply by 180 over pi or pi over 180.
Where's my power button?
It's pi over 180. So you would say, let me write it on the board. Would
How do you know what to do?
Found it.
You don't even know what to do?
How do you know radian?
If you need a radian, then that means you need a pi. What's equal to pi? 180 degrees. Those are the same thing. Pi and 180, that's the same thing. All right. So what is negative 310 over 180? What does that reduce to? Negative 31 over 18.
Yes.
And then here's your pi. Wait, did they get that? Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Which answer is that? C.
Is this stuff easy on the back?
I thought it was a lot of calculator stuff.
Okay, wait. What if we just do number 29 and then we do that every time?
Yeah, facts. Because we only have like 2 seconds left to leave.
We do not. We've got 5
We
minutes.
ain't got enough time to get through the whole thing. I'll basically second.
We can do these tomorrow, I guess, y'all.
You don't want to do number 29? Man, so you ain't got to do another day? That was 20.
I'm gonna wait because I want to do them in order.
I don't care.
Can I
Can I
have it
have
back?
charge some?
Can I have it back there?
Yes and yes. The reason I want to do them in order is because there's some others that I want you to see before I do that last one.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's not as easy as it looks.